All right, guys, welcome to another episode review of my adventures of Superman. I was about to say Superman Lois, but my adventure with Superman. So this episode 5, this is pretty good. We get to see the debut of Heatwave and Slade. And also, this episode leave you on a good cliffhanger, not like the Justice League War cliffhanger where you're like, what the fuck? This leaves you on a cliffhanger like, I want to see more. I could say throughout this episode, I was actually intrigued. I was interested. I was captivated. The only downside with this episode I think I have is probably not enough development between quote unquote Superman and maybe with the task force. I mean, we got a little bit, but I think I wanted more. I mean, but then again, the overarching story of it is Lois finding out that, Clark is Superman, which she knew. Throughout the whole episode, she's playing it off like, I gotta get bagels, I gotta do this, and you see it. But it's also nice that she finally knows. It's not like it took her 20 seasons to find out. They played it off pretty well. And the way Lois finds out, or the way Clark's pretty much lets her know, is probably the best way for her to do it. And plus, it kind of plays an homage to Superman 2 in a way. You notice how she just fell. It kind of does, and you're like, okay, I see what you did, but which makes sense. But yeah, I really, really enjoyed it. I'm still getting used to Slade in his suit because I'm not very familiar. I'm not used to this Slade, and this show has their own interpretation of villains, and you gotta be like, okay, I would have done it this way, I would have done it this way, but this is their interpretation. Is it done properly? No. But the overarching story is with Superman and Lois, and I think that's done pretty well. But which they are using, which I thought they were going to do anyway. The metahuman is not really present in this universe yet, but all this technology that Livewire stole is connected to Superman and Krypton, I believe, and it might be connected to Brainiac. If that's the case, then cool. We got a glimpse, I believe, of Lois's father working with Amanda Waller, and I think we also had a glimpse of a flashback of Lois' father with the technology. So we're starting to get a lot more questions answering where this tech is coming from, and we're getting a lot more questions pretty much answering more with Clark's past, and I think they're doing it a good way. Like I said, I really don't have nothing to say. This episode alone was a 4 out of 5. It's not their best episode, but it's one of their best cliffhanger episodes because now I want to see more. The relationship between Lois and Clark, and also the relationship between Jimmy, because Jimmy made plans with Lois and Clark and they bailed on him, and now he feels like he's a loner. So yeah, next week episode feels like it's going to be a filler episode, but then again, it could not be, because it could be episode with Grodd and he might have some of the technology, and who knows. So, but I like where it's going. Arguably, this is one of DC's best things they're doing right now. Hell, if they would have set it up this way when Superman Lois is airing through mid-season, we go straight into Adventure with Superman. I'm cool with that. Split that off right now. Right now, Superman is saving DC because everything else DC has been duking out has been nothing but shit. You ask me. But as always, guys, like, subscribe.